Hi, welcome to this third session of yoga around unblocking the body so that it can freely breathe. Again, I'm at home and I'm alone, so usually it should be quiet. The bell could ring. In that case, I won't take it, but I have a mic that usually doesn't take those sounds, but just in case for you to know. Also, they are still doing works at the facade. So if you hear any noise, it could come from there, so that you are not surprised. If you're practicing online, you can practice with your camera on or off, whatever feels best for you. And you can always change any option you have. You can always change. You don't have to stick to one option. So at any point that you feel you need to change, please do so. And again, if during the class, as you're connecting with your body, perhaps you feel that suddenly you haven't attended your need to eat or to drink or to go to the toilet or any other basic need, please, if you need to, go and attend that need, okay? For this class, we're going to need very simple material. We're going to need a block. There could also be a meditation pillow or a blanket, and a blanket or pillow. So making sure that a blanket or pillow are there. Okay, I'm going to move into the practice space. You can too if you want, whenever you feel ready. And yeah, the opportunity is to sit on the support. I'm going to sit on a block, but you could sit on a blanket or pillow or any surface you have. And you can sit in any position you want. It can be with the legs crossed or legs stretched or any other position that feels good for you. And you could choose to sit with the spine more straight, or you could choose to go closer to a wall and lean your back on a wall if you feel that's what you need today. I'm going to stay a bit from the wall today, so I'm going to move myself back to the center of the mat. Wherever you are, taking a moment to recognize your space again. Perhaps you have practiced already in this space. Perhaps not. Perhaps it's the first day you practice in this space, but it's a space that you know. In any case, today I would like to bring your attention to the colors in your space. Which colors you see in your space? And if you want, you can name those colors in your mind. For example, I see green, and I say green. I see my wall that is white. I mentally say white. Or you could just do it looking at the colors, noticing them. You can do this a bit more quiet, or you could balance a bit from side to side if you feel you have a lot of energy. Or you still feel you have more energy, you could even shake your arms and your hands a bit if you feel that you're coming from a place where you kind of need to shake something out of yourself. Or again, I remind you that the option is to do it a bit more quietly from your sitting place and recognizing colors. And whenever you're ready, coming to the center, and we're gonna do a little massage. You can bring your hands to your neck and start to massage with your hands. If you don't wanna do it as a form of massage, you could also do a bit of tapping with your fingers, yeah? So the option is to do a massage with the hands, massaging and squeezing a bit your muscles and tissues, or you could do it a bit of tapping with the fingers. Yeah? And you can start with your neck area, and you can stay here. You can move a bit lower to this muscle that connects your neck with your shoulders. And you can choose to do it stronger or softer. Maybe you can change at any area of your body. And you can move into your shoulders. You can keep the hands at the shoulders, or you can cross them, or you can stay wherever you need. Yeah. And you can stay at the shoulders, or you can move towards one arm, yeah? Either tapping or massaging. Going through the upper arm, staying here or going lower. You can always stay at any place that you need to stay. You can stay where you are, move towards the hand, massaging your hand. You can also look at the hand if you want. Fingers. And you can do again this arm, or you can change and massage the other arm. And you can stay in one place, or you can move lower towards the elbow, towards the lower arm. You can stay here, move towards the wrist, hand. You can look at the hand or not. And you can stay here. And when you feel ready, you can bring either your hands on the thighs or your hands facing up. With your eyes opened or closed, just taking a moment to feel your hands, if there is any sensation at the hands, the arms, the shoulders, at the neck. Or perhaps there's no sensation at all, or perhaps in an area of the body that I haven't mentioned. And from here, now having the opportunity to move into a four hands and knees position. So you can move forward, or you can go moving from the side. Yeah, so you can move forward and remove your prop, or from the side you can remove your prop. I'm going to do it from the side so you will see me better. Going into four hands and knees position. If you feel your knees need a little bit of support, you can bring a blanket underneath the knees. Or perhaps you prefer to do it without the blanket. Perhaps you're fine. I'm going to do it with blanket today. And you can choose to have your knees more open or more closed. Wherever you feel it gives you more stability, you can choose also to have your feet stretched or the toes tucked in. You can also decide if your hands are a bit more spread, your fingers are a bit more spread, or you prefer to have the fingers a bit more closed. And from here, moving into a cat and cow, arching down and curving up. And here, you can choose the size of your movement. You can choose to do the movement big or small, or every movement can have its own size. I remind you that you can practice with your eyes open or closed. And you can choose also the speed, of your movement. If you want to do it faster or slower. And here perhaps noticing if you want to keep a natural breath, let it be as it wants. Or if you want to coordinate the movement with your breath, or perhaps you are already coordinating it. If you want to coordinate it, perhaps exhaling when you curve up and inhaling when you arch forward. And you can stay in movement, or you can stay in one of the positions as long as you want. Or whenever you want, you can change into the other position. Or you can continue with the movement, allowing the breath to be natural, or coordinating the movement with the breath. You can lift progressively or at once back into the forehands and knees, and just noticing if there is any sensation at the shoulders, at the hands, at the wrist, at the arms, or any other place of the body where you might feel. And from here, I'll give you the opportunity to move the feet from side to side. So the feet move to one side and then the other side. I'm going to move my block a bit, which is disturbing. And again, you decide how big you want to do this movement, or how small, and also at what speed you want to do it. And you can also choose to look down or forward, or you can choose to look at your feet when they go to the side. Look back and find your feet with your side. You can stay here, or you can stay in one of the positions in one of the sides, either looking forward or looking at your feet, or you could even add stretching one leg. So if you are with your body in one side, looking at one foot, you stretch the other foot, the one that is a bit more away from that side, flexing the foot and bringing the toes on the ground. And wherever you are in movement, with the feet to the side or with one leg stretched, just noticing if there is any sensation in your rib cage, in your back. You're doing one side, you can stay here, or perhaps you want to have this moment to change to the other side. Observing the sensations in the body, if there are sensations of strength, of stretch, tension. You can lift progressively or in one movement, coming back to the center. And from here, I'm gonna have the opportunity to go into down facing dog. So you can bring the hands a bit more forward. You can keep the knees a bit closer to each other with the feet together, or the knees a bit more apart. And you can tuck the toes under, and you can go up to down facing dog. And you can stay here, or you can bring the knees back down and go up and down from down facing dog. If you are staying in down facing dog without movement, just noticing if there is any sensation in your rib cage, in your back. If you are in movement, whenever you're ready, going into down facing dog. And here the opportunity is, with the eyes open or closed, to bring your heels up and to allow the heels to fall towards one side. And then bringing the heels up, and you can do the same side or go to the other side. You can alternate, or you can always do the same side. And you can notice if there is any sensation of tiredness in your back, fatigue. If you're in one side, perhaps now it's a good moment to go to the other side whenever you feel. Or you can stay also in that side. You can leave whenever you want, stay as long as you want, or leave in 3, 2, 1. One knee at a time or 2 knees at a time, going back into 4 hands and knees. And perhaps you wanna sit up for a moment or in child's pose. Taking a moment to center yourself and rest. Just for a moment, and just notice how do you feel, if there is any sensation at your wrists, your back, your shoulders, your arms. If there isn't any sensation of being a bit tired or more active, or perhaps there's no sensation at all, just noticing. If you're in child's pose, going up, and then bringing one foot forward. You can choose if it's the right or the left. Going into a lounge form. And you can choose to do it with the arms, the hands on your thigh, or you can choose to bring the arms up in a more open position. And you can stay here in a more quiet, still position, or you can move forward and back. If you are having your arms up, perhaps when you're going to move forward, you keep the arms open, and when you're moving back, you close, like into a self-hug. And you can always do it still with the hands at the thigh without movement. And wherever you are, noticing your breath. Noticing if you're focusing more easily on the inhalation or on the exhalation. You can leave whenever you want, stay as long as you need, or leave in 3, 2, 1. You can allow the hands to calm down. You can bring the knee back. You can do the same side, or you can do the other side. I'm going to do the other side. So bringing one foot forward. And again, the options are to have the hands on the leg or the arms up. And you can choose to stay here, a bit more still, focusing on your breath, or you can move forward and back. And if you have your arms up, you can keep your arms up, or you can decide to have them open as you go forward, close them in a self-hug as you go back. I'm going to keep them just up at this side. And wherever you are, noticing if it's easier for you to focus on the inhale and on the exhale. You can stay as long as you need, or leave whenever you want, or leave in 3, 2, 1. You can allow the hands to move down. You can bring your knee back with your knees a bit more open or closed. You can go either into child's pose, or you can sit up. I'm going to sit up now. Just taking a moment to notice if there is any sensation in your back, your rib cage, your shoulders. Or perhaps there's no sensation at all. Or perhaps in part of the body that I haven't mentioned. Good. From here, we're going to move into a forward bend. I'm going to first remove the blanket. If you have also a blanket, you can remove it. And you can bring your feet on the mat, and you can keep your legs stretched or your knees bent. You can bring your hands closer to you or keep them a bit farther. And you can bring your feet closer together or a bit more apart, whatever feels more stable to you. And with your knees bent or your knees stretched, with your eyes open or closed, with your hand on the ground, or you could also take your elbows with your hands
Just staying here. You can, if you have your eyes open, you can look between your legs and see if you recognize any color behind you. Just noticing your breath, if you just wanna let it be natural. Or if you feel like breathing slower now. So again, just allowing the breath to happen in a natural way or deciding to breathe slower. You can stay as long as you need or leave whenever you need. Or you can leave the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can go up with your arms hanging, or you can walk with your hands on your legs, knees stretch or bend. So and then you can come up with your arms hanging or your hands walking through your body. Then I'm gonna turn so that you can see me facing forwards. And we're gonna do one last standing position, the tree pose. You will have different options. You can either bring one foot to one ankle with the toes touching the ground, or you can bring your foot around the ankle area, or you can bring your foot higher than your knee. Yeah, so above your knee. Yeah, so I remind you the options here are, with the foot at the ankle but the toes touching the ground, or the foot at the ankle below the knee, or the foot above the knee. Good. And you can stay here with your hands on your hips, or you can stay here with your hands at your chest. Whatever you feel it's best for you now. And remind you the options are the hands at the hips or the hands at the chest. And here noticing if there's any sensation at the legs, at the back. I fell down, I go up again. You can stay as long as you need, or leave when you need, or stay going down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can shake a bit or do a little bit of massage towards that leg that's been supporting you to release a bit of the strength. And you can do the same side, or you can do the other side. I'm going to do the same side. Yeah. So bringing one foot up, and I remind you the options for the foot are with the toes on the ground and the heel at the ankle, or the foot a bit higher at the ankle below the knee, or the foot high up above the knee. You can keep the hands at the hips, you can bring the hand at the chest, or perhaps you want to bring the arms up. Sorry, my camera doesn't take my hands, so my hands are a bit cut here. Yeah, but you can bring arms up if you prefer here. And wherever you are, with the hands at the hips, hands at the chest, or hands up, noticing if there is any sensation at the leg, at the back, at the rib cage, arms, shoulder, chest area, or any other area that I haven't mentioned. Perhaps there is no sensation, just noticing. You can leave whenever you feel, or stay as long as you need, or you can leave in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can again shake that leg that has been supporting you, or perhaps you want to massage it a bit up and down, just to release a bit of that strength you have built. And we're gonna go back down. I'm gonna go profile so that you see me more clearly. You can go down with your knees bent or your legs stretched, and you can go down with your arms hanging or walking the hands on your legs. Yeah, so I remind you, knees bent or stretched, and going down with your arms hanging or the hands at the legs. I'm gonna walk down with the hands at my legs until you find your ground with your hands, and you can then bring the knees on the ground, and you can again take your support, whether the block, blanket, or pillow. And you can again sit with your back straight or lean on the wall. I'm going to lean at the wall now. And then here, the opportunity is to do a little breathing exercise. If you don't want to do the breathing exercise, you can always stay in the seated position, feeling how your body is being supported by your block, your blanket, your ground, or if you are leaning at the wall, by the wall. If you are doing the breathing, I'm gonna draw a square that will symbolize the breath. And that square will be inhaling. Every time it's a horizontal will be a pause from breathing. Down will be exhaling, and a horizontal will be a pause. Yes, so again I repeat, it will be inhaling going up, pausing horizontal, exhaling going down, pausing horizontal. So whenever you're ready, with your hands on the thighs, palms facing up or down, or perhaps you want to bring the hands on your chest, you can have the eyes closed and you can look at the camera so that you see the square. Whenever you are ready, inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing, inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing, inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing, inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing, inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing. You can continue if that's what you need, or you can leave and bring your hand either at the thigh or for you, no hands. And just take a moment here with the eyes open or closed, having the opportunity to feel grateful that I have practiced, that I have given myself the time to be with my breath and my body. If you have your eyes closed, whenever you're ready, opening your eyes. Thank you.